Students, today we will study about the zero series. One of the best example of zero series is the succession which starts on a bare rocks. The rocks can be hard or soft. Water is generally not available in very hard rocks, whereas the soft and porous rocks contain varying amount of water. Some varieties of plant can get a full hold on the rock if it had cracks and crevices. A south facing cleft is extremely xeric, while north facing slope may be almost mesic because the latter is protected from heat and evaporation. Another important feature of the zero series has come to light in the recent past that the crustose lichen are supposed to be the pioneer plant to initiate succession on the bare rocks. Recent studies, however, give the credit for the initiation of succession on the rock surface to the mat forming mosses such as Gymia, Levigata, Hedgewikia, Silata, etc. These xeric mosses are able to form colonies on rock surface regardless of whether they have been preceded by lichens or not. A third important feature of the zero series is that the stage of succession as the succession is normally occur on an area that was essentially horizontal. In the case of vertical cliff, the conditions are even more severe and succession is usually much retarded. It is very difficult for the humus to accumulate as such a rocks, and therefore the pioneer stage is likely to persist until the physiographic changes bring about more favorable condition. Example, depositions of soil at the base and the top of the cliff. The deposition of soil and the growth of the plant therefore takes a very long time. The various stages of zero series are the crustose lichen stage, foliose lichen stage, moss stage, herbaceous stage, shrub stage, and the climax forest. The first we will study about the crustose lichen stage. The rocks are known to have a most inhospitable condition for the growth of the plant. They are completely devoid of moisture and nutrient and are subjected to extreme of temperature. The crustose lichens are the pioneer plant of the zero series. Neither the fungal nor the algal partner of the lichens can live alone for a long in such a habitat. While the fungus gets its nutritional supply for the algae, the latter are protected by the crustose like fungus for drying up. The crustose lichen Rhizocarpus rhinodina Lecanora are the pioneer species. The carbonic acid produced by the metabolic activity of these lichens help to corrode and decompose the rock, supplementing the other forces of weathering. The dead remains of the lichens get mixed up with the rock's particles. The soil's formation facilitate the growth of other vegetation. The rate of soil formation by crustose lichen depend largely upon the nature of the rocks. On the quartzite or basalt in a dry climate, it may take hundreds of years before the crustose lichen form a sufficient soil for the supporting other vegetation. One on the limestone or sandstone in a moist climate, however, the changes leading to the invasion of foliose lichen may take place within a lifetime. Foliose lichen stage. In the foliose lichen stage, the weathering of the rocks and the decaying of the crustose lichen results in the formation of soil on the otherwise bare rock. The foliose lichen makes their appearance on such spots on the rocks which are slightly less exposed or are depressions. These lichens include the Dermatocarpon, Parmelia, Umbilicaria and other. These lichen have large leaf-like thalli which overlap the crustose lichen. Later are then thus cut off from the direct light. This results in the death and decay of the crustose lichen. The mass of foliaceous lichen can absorb and retain water to some extent. Wind and water-borne lichen fragments and the dust particles are trapped by these lichens.